I sent it. I was the first one to send it, just so you know. So, 2 of these people are jerks. 2 of these other people are completely unengaged in the workplace. One of these people sitting by the window is a crappy leader. Why? Because they got the window seat. The rest of these people are ready to quit. What are we going to do with it? How are you going to deal with it? Why do you want to deal with it? Welcome to the team. You need to set boundaries, implement accountability, and improve productivity by dealing with jerks at work. First one, crappy leaders need to set boundaries so they're not called a crappy leader. How do you do that? Use corporate value statements in order to hold people accountable for their crappy behavior. If you don't have value statements, dust them off or create them. Your job is to get this asshole to behave, at least at work or when they're not wearing their name tag. Value statements are the behavioral glue that holds an organization together. You're going to use corporate values in interviews. You're going to use them in performance conversations. You're going to use them in behavior conversations. You're going to use them in terminations. You're fired because you're an asshole. Think about what are your 3 to 5 value statements that you want to see in your workplace, that you want to see in a leader, possibly yourself. Does your company have them? Probably not. Quick story in a bottle here. It's in my new book, but I don't remember it. So in 15 seconds. Pissed off employee told me that their boss said, hey, I know you're the expert, but I need you to listen to me when I don't agree with you. And the employee was very pissed off. I said, listen, bosses make mistakes too. Just ask them why. Hello, communication. Second reason you need to deal with crappy behavior at work is to implement accountability so the rest of the team doesn't quit. Your job is to get them to listen, even when they're not listening. Sometimes you're going to need to adjust your personality trait to theirs just for 15 minutes, just for 15 minutes. You need to figure out, are they an extrovert? Do they seem extremely outgoing? Then you need to act that way for 15 minutes. Are they an introvert? Are they possibly shy? Then maybe you need to bring it down a notch and say, okay, I need to talk to their level. Or they might be a little bit of both. Your job is to figure that out. Then you need to verify details in writing. Why in writing? Because if it's not in writing, it didn't happen, right? So you need to ask them and tell them who's going to do this, what is going to be done, when is it going to be done, how are we going to measure it? Measurement is the tool we always forget. Thank you. Guess what? In a poll, employees actually want to feel appreciated by their manager, not by HR. Who would have thunk? Who would have thunk? HR throws all these parties, not the managers. The third reason you want to control crappy behavior at work and jerks at work is to improve productivity, because that's why we're all here. You need to light their fire up their match. Your job is to set performance boundaries. We have these things called KSAs. Somebody before was talking about job descriptions. KSAs, focus on their knowledge, skills, and abilities. Focus on training and good old two-way communication. Two-way. People process information differently. Sometimes you're going to have to say to the person that has a blank look on their face, okay, can you recap what we just said? And you have to say it while you're not a condescending asshole. You have to just say it like, hey. So don't throw me in there. Another story that I had somebody come to me and say that their coworker told them, hey, your creativity scares people in our team meetings. Can you dial it down a notch? And this person's complaining to me. I said, well, you know, they're probably right. The weekly staff meeting is not the place to throw a creative idea out. Get them to care. You really need to treat them like a human being, that whole H and HR thing. Light their fire up their match, and be honest with your feedback. Be honest, but be nice. 50% of people quit because of their direct manager, not because of benefits, not because of compensation, because of their manager. So we need to make sure that your managers, your leaders, you, if you are the one that is in that position, is not a crappy leader. The cost of poor leadership are right here. Annual sales are down. Voluntary turnover is up 32%. Customer satisfaction scores are down. This matters to the bottom line. So dear asshole leader, you might be part of the problem. Sincerely, your team. Welcome to simplicity. Enjoy your journey. Thank you.